Good morning, everyone. Last Sunday, we had the State of the Parish, in which I presented to you the many activities and things that have taken place in this parish over the last year, and I also gave a financial accounting to you. During the course of the past week, I hope that all of you who are registered received a copy of the Covenant brochure and a commitment card in the mail. Now, if you didn't, or if you're not registered, then we do have copies in the vestibules and also at the Welcome Center. And today we're going to reflect on our discipleship commitment to Holy Family in the year ahead. But before we do that, we have a very brief video with some highlights of discipleship from the past year. Sharing as beloved disciples of Jesus Christ, that's the Holy Family way. And that's the way we shine the light of Christ into the world. If you take anything from that lovely video highlighting discipleship moments in our parish, then I hope it's the way in which love and service are at the heart of this Catholic community of faith. Love and service and the desire to share with one another the best of who we are as disciples of Jesus. That's really what makes Holy Family the extraordinary parish it is. And that's why I can't talk to you about the needs of Holy Family without talking to you first about the needs of the more than the 500,000 victims of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. As disciples of Jesus, we're called to do what we can and to make sacrifices to help those who are most in need. And right now, as I'm sure you'll agree with me, there is nowhere on our planet where people are more in need than in the communities devastated by that terrible typhoon last weekend. This weekend, we're going to donate 20% of the collection from all of our masses to Catholic relief services dedicated for those who are suffering from Typhoon Haiyan. So I urge you to give generously when we take up the collection after the prayers of the faithful. We also have a place on our website where you can link to making a donation through Holy Family to Catholic relief services. I also want to take this opportunity to invite you to a special Mass that we'll be holding this coming Friday, November the 22nd at 7 p.m. here in the church for the victims of the typhoon. And now let us take a moment of silent prayer for all of those people in the Philippines who are going through the most unbelievable trauma, even as we gather together in worship this morning. The heart and soul of Holy Family are found in the sharing of love and service with those who are our neighbors, whether they're as close as next door or as far away as the Philippines. Peter Moran, and some of you will know him as Dorothy Day's mentor, used to talk about creating a society of gospel values where it is easy to be good. Holy Family is such a society in a microcosm, a community where it is easy to be good because each of us comes together in the spirit of discipleship, in the spirit of learning about our faith and deepening our relationship with God, and in the spirit of giving back in gratitude for what God has given us. The flip side of that, of course, is that we cannot be a community of love in Jesus. We cannot be a community of faith where it's easy to be good without each of you, without your support, your gifts of time and talents, and without your financial gifts. Now, many of you have already had the opportunity to complete the commitment card that was sent in the mail to each registered household last week, and I thank you very much for that. But if you haven't yet filled one out, then I invite you to do so now and to give back in gratitude for what God has given you. You should find pens and cards in the pew holders in front of you, and I'm going to invite some of the young members of our religious education program who are here to help us this morning to come forward with the baskets and the pens. And if you need extra, then please just raise your hands. So thank you to our religious education participants. And if you've already completed one of these cards, then I'm going to invite you just to sit quietly in prayer for the people of the Philippines. If you filled one of these out before, you will notice that there are some changes this year. For one thing, we're using both sides of the commitment card. And on the reverse side, you'll see that there are two tables there. One table is a suggested weekly contribution based on a percentage of your income. And the other table is especially helpful if you're already giving to Holy Family and you want to consider increasing your pledge. As you're reflecting on what you can give, please consider what you might be able to give up in order to give more generously to Holy Family. How much do you value being part of this marvelous parish? Is it an important enough part of your life to sacrificially cut down, perhaps on your Starbucks or your peak coffee consumption, to give more to the parish? Could you find a way to make a sacrificial offering of at least $25 a week to the parish? $25 a week can help Holy Family be a platform of love and service in many ways. $25 a week can buy turkeys for 50 families at Christmas. It can provide speakers for our confirmation and youth programs, and it can sponsor 10 children in our religious education program. On the other side of the card, there's a place for you to indicate your new weekly commitment to Holy Family starting in January 2014. So your pledges will not start until the new year. There are a number of ways to give to Holy Family, but the way that I would really urge as many of you as possible to give is through electronic fund transfer. The benefit of giving this way is that you never have to write a check. So that means that you don't have to think about it. If you go out of town on vacation, you go away on business, then your pledge is taken care of. And to be quite honest with you, we really prefer that way as a parish administration because it helps us with our parish planning and it really helps us with our cash flow. So we really appreciate that consistent source of income. And that's the way that I make my pledge payments to Holy Family. I just sign up for EFT and I don't have to think about it. And by the way, I have already filled out my own commitment card, so I'm also giving to Holy Family. This year, for the first time, you can also give by credit card on our commitment card, so there's a place there for your credit card information. Or if you prefer, you can go online to our website, holyfamily.org, and make your pledge that way. We really want to make it as easy as possible for you to give to Holy Family. You'll see that the bottom box there, we're also asking you to consider sharing your time and talent with Holy Family if you're not doing so already. If you check that box, then our wonderful volunteer coordinator, Mary Schmoller, will call you to set up a time to meet with you. There are many ways, as you can see, to give to our parish. I don't need to tell you how to complete the information section on the card, but I am going to ask you to please write as legibly as possible your name and address, and especially your email address. And when you filled out the card, then please sign the bottom and you can just pass them to the people at either end of the pew. And then I'm going to invite our religious education collectors to come forward with the baskets and to begin collecting the cards. So come forward and begin collecting the cards. Thank you so much for your help this morning. We will be bringing up the cards with the gifts, and they'll be left on the altar as a symbol of our discipleship, as a prayerful reminder of all that you do for our wonderful parish. And I just want to remind you, please don't put your offering envelopes or offerings into the baskets at this time. We would just ask you to save those till the collection takes place at after the prayers of the faithful. And then please remember that we're giving 20% of our collection from our 7 masses this weekend to Catholic relief services. And that will be earmarked for the victims of Typhoon Haiyan. And also, I invite you to join us for the special Mass on Friday evening at 7 p.m. here in the church. Now, all that remains is for me to say what a privilege it is to be part of this extraordinarily generous and giving community of faith. I'm always astounded at the goodness that I see manifested time and time again in everything we do as a parish, and for one another, in small ways and in big ways. The heart and soul of you each are love and service, and that's why Holy Family truly is the parish that it is. So thank you, and God bless you.